minutes down, and the final grand event of the World Championships from Indianapolis now underway. The 5-boat final for the men's eights, and these eights power off the start pontoons. And the coxes try and maintain a steady position in the stern end of the boat as about half a ton of muscle propels them 2,000 meters towards the finish. And it's the Germans who've taken on the early running, the Germans with such this strong pedigree of eights racing over the last 6 years. Olympic champions in '88, world champions in '89, '90, '91, and again last year. 6 members of this crew survived from last year's world champions. But it's the USA in lane 3, determined to make it otherwise this year. The Americans go up by a short margin. Just about a canvas clear go America, followed by Germany. Then it's Romania on level terms with the Netherlands in lane 4. And over on the far side, lane 5. Over on the far side, lane 1, I should say. France well down on the field at the moment. Well, if the Lucerne form is anything to go by, it should be the Germans who take back the lead. Americans were second. They took silver, followed by bronze for the Netherlands at Lucerne, but that's all behind them now as these 5/8s press out for the finish, and the Americans looking very strong indeed. And they've already got almost a clear length advantage over the rest of the field. A tremendously strong performance this from the Americans. And they've had it all their own way the last several months. They won the Grand Challenge Cup at Henley. 2 weeks later, silver medal at Lucerne. And determined that they're not going to beat about the bush here in the final of the World Championship eights. And I think they've got clear water ahead of Romania, who've taken on the second position, as the Germans fall back slightly on level terms with the Netherlands for bronze, and France still in 5th place. Tremendously high rates of striking we're seeing. It's usual for crews in this sort of race to go off at rates of 46, 45 through the first 100 meters and then settle. But the Americans out there in the lead are rating 42. And what a triumph for this crew it would be if they could win the flagship event at these championships on their home ground. But Romania coming back hard now. They've closed the gap. The Americans did have clear water, but a pressure over the last 200 meters from the Dutch and the Romanians has brought them back into contact. And the gap is continuing to close. Still looking dangerous, but the Germans well down. I'd expected more from the German eight, even at this stage. They're leaving a little late if they're going to try and come and take back the lead from the Americans, who've led for the last 750 meters. Holland come clear of Romania for the silver medal. As we come through into the last quarter of the race, that's the 1500 meter mark, and America 3/4 of a length clear of Holland, who are a canvas up on Romania, Germany 4th and France 5th. Well, any minute now, the Americans are going to come within earshot of the crowd, and the grandstand population are really going to be cheering on the home crew here at Indianapolis. And there's nothing like a home crowd to support a crew in this situation, but the Dutch continue to look dangerous. There can't be more than about 2/3 of a length between the leaders, and still a canvas between silver and bronze as they come down to the closing stages. And they've really got to pull out something special if they're going to take back the title. But the Indianapolis crowd cheering on the American eight who look as though they're going to take the gold medal. But here's the bow of the Dutch boat approaching now. Their gap is narrowing stroke by stroke. A tremendous push from the Dutch. And there's just over a canvas in it. Have they left it too late? They're coming down to the line now with just 100 meters to go. And the Dutch continue to close that gap. Now the Americans open up again, and it's the USA cross the line, just half a canvas clear. And the Indianapolis crowd are wild. As we have the USA take gold, Netherlands silver, and Romania bronze.